I'm going to give you a brief tutorial about using the online databases because you are expected to do some library research. You have to think about it this way. When you came into this class, you already knew how to find things on the World Wide Web by Googling or doing some other kind of search engine search. So we're expecting you to do some other kind of research. And so you are going to be expected to do library research, but you can all do it from the comfort of your home as long as you have an internet connection. So I'm into library. I'm going to click on Find Articles, and there's hundreds and thousands of articles that you can access for free through the online databases that LCC maintains at your expense. Basically your tuition is paying for these services, which cost hundreds of dollars, but because they buy it in mass, students get to use it for free when they're students. So you want to go to research databases, and I had said earlier, or if I didn't say it, I'm reiterating that you don't want to use Wikipedia or an encyclopedia or a dictionary as a main source in this class, because the perception is that you already knew how to do that when you came into the class, and so now you're expected to do, if you need to, it's okay to use those as long as it doesn't count as one of your sources. It's not very reliable. It's not considered reliable by your readers, college level readers. So if you need a definition, it's always good to go to the Oxford English Dictionary, which LCC has a subscription to in its online databases. I just clicked on the O up here, and I'm over here at Oxford English Dictionary. And you're going to have to log in with your TUID and your password to get into the database. From home, you don't have to be on campus. And let's say that I decided to look up the word ethos, right? So, okay, so ethos, and it gives you the history of the word and several definitions, and then you would go ahead and cite that out of the Oxford English Dictionary. And I'm not seeing, sometimes these databases look and figure it out, but I will show you a database where it basically does that work for you, and it's a very popular database with students. InfoTrack OneFile, and I'm clicking on it. Subject guide search tends to give you a lot less hits or a lot less return than basic search, because subject guide is searching by subject. However, that's defined at the Library of Congress. A basic search is going to give you a keyword search. So let's say that I decided I was going to write a paper on college student parking issues. So I've got student, college, and parking as my key terms. I want to see if there's any research. Let's say I decided that I think parking's a problem. Okay, it's got 2 magazine articles, it says here, 1 journal article, 0 books, it said, and I think it had 11 news articles and 1 multimedia. And most of these, like this one that says, see, college students use cell phones while driving more frequently than found in government study. Okay, I don't know what that has to do with parking, but let's say that I decided whatever paper I was going to write, it would be good. So I clicked on full text with graphics. Now in this database, you're going to have to cite it somehow, and it can be very confusing. So you've got the title of the article here, which isn't punctuated properly for either MLA or APA. Actually, I think it's okay for APA. Writing 121 students are doing MLA. Tech writing students are doing APA. There's the title of the journal that it came out of, and it tells you what page it starts on, how many pages it was. Gives you the volume and the issue, it gives you the authors, and this is all information you need. However, you can go over here to where it says citation tools and click on that, and it will give you citations that you can use. So let's say I'm doing MLA. It's already clicked here at MLA. Then I click at Save. You can also click on Example, and I'm going to open this up. So it's generated the citation for me, and I can then cut it and paste it into my works cited. Okay, so Hopefully I can get back to that screen. Let's say I was doing APA because I'm in tech writing, and then I do this click on APA. It also says here, it will give you an example. And you click on save, and again, you open it up. And it's giving me the citation. I can then highlight it, edit, copy, and edit, paste into my document. And sometimes it's gonna need tweaking because this one has problems. It looks basically right, but the URL they want you to use for both tech writing and writing 121 students, the URL, you're going to need a URL. That's this address up here. You need it for your works cited for MLA and reference list for APA. But to get that, you need to go back on this main page, and then where it says DB service and URL, underneath whichever database you use, you're welcome to use any. I just showed you one that's the easiest to use. And this is the URL that you would include in your works cited or your reference list, depending on whether you're doing MLA or APA. Again, I'm making this tutorial for both tech writing students and writing 121 students, but writing 121 students will be doing MLA documentation, and tech writing students will be doing APA, and there's substantial differences between the two, so don't get mixed up about that.